I really got an iPhone 11 Pro Max when the 12 is out? God, I hate my effing family so much. Hey, look, don't get pissy when your parents start making ejectocito cuz jokes around the house, okay? Cuz, it's not everything to have the most up-to-date and absolutely tech-ive advertised phone to date. And this coming from somebody who went to middle school and the biggest thing to flex that day was the iPod Touch. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/iamatotalpos, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one here today, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and start up one of them wholesome internet discussions, okay? And lastly, if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications. Alright, let's go. Pharmacists arrested, accused of destroying more than 500 Moderna vaccine doses. Just kind of spitballing on this one, so let me get this straight. People were coming in paying you good money to be able to get like evaluations and tests and everything. So when the vaccine started circling around, you figured that you wouldn't have that type of money coming in anymore, so you figured, let's see what I can do to make this even worse and keep it going. You know, it's not like people have normal lives to get back to, dummy. Not everyone has that time in their life where they want to be an industrial-sized piece of garbage. Hey, YouTube, maybe don't put ads before first aid vids. I don't have time to watch a Red Lobster ad when my grandma is choking on a fishbone. Sorry to hear about the trouble. YouTube Premium offers an ad-free experience when you watch videos. Learn more here. BS link. See, this is why nobody takes YouTube customer service seriously, because 90% of the time, unless you have like at least 1 million subscribers, you're gonna get one of these automated responses. Seriously, like, we're not going to forget the whole thing that happened with Penguin Zero and Markiplier and that little video of the dashcam footage of the guy getting beat up by the mascots. Unfortunately, a lot of these cases, YouTube does not step in unless you're actually a valuable asset to their team. Offender 38 spent hours glued to CP on AT&T store iPad until a horrified worker called police. It's one thing that he got to do it in the first place, it's another thing that he got to do it for hours on end before anybody did anything. Like, I really hope that's just the article overinflating it to get people's attention. Like, there are just some people that do not need to have an access to the internet. Auburn Correctional Facility incarcerated person dies of the virus. Good. One less POS us taxer payers have to pay for. I hope no one says the same when you die. Incarcerated or not, he was still a human being and probably has mourning family. Don't be rude. Yeah, don't you just gotta love the whole simple, oh, it's perfectly fine to joke about this because it's not affecting me personally, but then again, if it was though. Plus, also think about it, like if you were wrongfully sentenced and then somebody said this to you, that would just be a kick in the shins, wouldn't it? I'm not pregnant, but thought maybe some of you could provide some insight. My sister is 7 months pregnant and wants to name her son Rudolph. Yeah, looked up on the list, you can't say that name. No, he's not a Yahtzee. Apparently, she is deliberately giving him a problematic name so that he can experience what other kids from less privileged backgrounds experience. I begged her not to do this over Facebook Messenger, and she sent me this. I appreciate you caring about the baby this much, but parenting amid this divided world must be radical. White parents cannot sit idly by and allow their children to take up space and snatch opportunities away from those who deserve it more. Will the name, still not saying that, prevent him from getting a few jobs? I'm sure it will. That's the point. It won't make him unhireable everywhere, but it will give employers time to pause and stop and think. Perhaps this job should go to someone from a marginalized community. BIPOCs struggle with judgment over their names, and to give my white, as far as I know, cis male son an easy name like Peter just perpetuates the oppression from which he benefits. You cannot truly be anti-racist unless you are willing to put others in front of yourself and your kids. He will be a better man for it. Okay, but that's like saying I see a car crash from a mile away and then telling somebody else, I want that. People like this are the reason that legal name-changing stations exist. Like, oh hey, what's the worst name I could give my son possible? Oh wait, I know. Like, seriously, I don't even think that name is used around in Germany a lot anymore, if any. My daughter and her group of friends got shot with frozen paintballs while trick-or-treating on Palmason and Winter Oak about 30 minutes ago. She was shot in the leg, and her friend was hit in the mouth. Small black compact car. The people inside were yelling, "Happy Halloween effers." I've called and reported it to the sheriff's department. Please keep your open and your kids safe. This just isn't cool at all. You have to have absolutely nothing else going for you in life if you think freezing paint, not only hitting people with paintballs, hitting people with frozen paintballs, which is basically just shooting marbles at them, is a good idea. Like, seriously, you must have nothing better to do in life. You must have been one of those dudes that peaked in high school. Earlier this week, we learned 57 vials of Moderna vaccine were removed from a pharmacy refrigerator at Aurora Medical Center Grafton overnight, resulting in more than 500 doses of vaccine being discarded. We immediately launched an internal review and were led to believe this was caused by inadvertent human error. The individual in question today acknowledged that they intentionally removed the vaccine from refrigeration. We have notified appropriate authorities for further investigation. This was a violation of our core values, and the individual involved is no longer employed by us. We are more than disappointed that this individual's actions will result in a delay of more than 500 people receiving their vaccine. We continue to believe that vaccination is our way out of the pandemic. I've seen so many of this on the subreddit today. I'm honestly not sure, is this all the same person or are multiple different locations doing this? Either way, this is absolutely messed up. Like, seriously, I would like to at least make a step towards things getting back to normal, and these people are doing the exact opposite of that. Letting your emotions creep out and control you is what women and children do. Grow up. Face reality. By the way, you might be surprised to know that somebody's childhood environment doesn't influence what a man is supposed to be. Your pseudo-analytical take is nothing more than a pathetic attempt to convince yourself that your childishness is acceptable. Look back in history and try to find a time where the average man acted like a little sissy and openly displayed his emotions. You won't. Not in any culture, and not a single person before the Industrial Revolution, where this idea started to trickle in as people forgot why we have gender roles and norms. Go back and watch a World War I documentary so that you remember what men were up until a baby boomer generation came around and set bad examples, rejected morality, and normalized hedonistic materialisms. A woman does not become a nurse because she wishes to give. She becomes one because she wishes to control. Nursing degrees are one of the easiest to acquire, yet bestow vast authority and unearned privilege on the graduate. Most importantly, they bestow power over men without the hassle of pregnancy or child rearing. It is a profession for barren, vicious control freaks, and Lucifer rejoices in every new nurse he creates. I know some nurses who are the most kind, caring, and selfless people imaginable, and yet they'd still take joy in kicking your stupid butt. Imagine being a poor person seeking housing and getting this response. Hi, Christine. Sorry I haven't responded earlier. My concern is that you're a Capricorn. Our main goal is to keep things egalitarian, without anyone being in charge or doming the household. I love Capricorns, but I don't think I could live with one, or be in a band with another one. This Virgo/Gemini house is a special place where soft, mutable signs get to run free, untethered by cardinal authorities. I wish you well in your search and hope you are doing okay. Well, not really. You just denied somebody because of their star sign. Like, seriously, imagine like if you were looking for somebody to room with, but you listed, don't be a Scorpio or something like that. Honestly, there's just some people who will even get pissy honestly about it being Year of the Ox. Like, okay, what are you gonna do? Deny somebody a credit or a vehicle loan because they were born a certain year? Dear neighbors, get used to my dog barking. He is allowed to bark until 10 p.m. Sorry, not. Hashtag eat a dong. Now, unfortunately, noise ordinance laws do protect this lovely, lovely citizen. So this would just come down to the whole fighting fire with fire thing, or in this case, fighting loud yappy dog at night with loud car at night. So I don't have a garage. Our house has a 4-car carport. I spent thousands on a ceramic coating Modesta and paint protection film on the car, which is now scratched. I do have a car cover that I use occasionally, but the car has to be clean to use it, and it isn't always clean. Any suggestions for what I can do to keep this darn cat off my car? I have a cat catcher, but this is my next door neighbor's cat. I don't want to be at odds with her, but I'm quickly losing patience. Pellet pew, trapping and dropping of the boonies. Or I did order a cat catcher one day out of frustration. Cats run away and get lost all the time. Hey, dingbat, you ever did think for a single second you can close off carports and turn them into a legitimate garage? Maybe instead of making yourself look like the biggest dumbwad on the block, you could actually use just a little bit of your money instead of, getting those Porsche mods and ceramic coating and everything, and, actually make it a proper place to store your vehicle. Because I'm going to take a wild guess and say that if you closed off the carport, the cat wouldn't come on there. And also, for anybody that's watching my videos that are actually looking in towards getting a vehicle that they will value a lot, prioritize where you're going to be storing the vehicle over the actual vehicle. Because that's kind of the instance of buying something but not knowing where to put it. And you're kind of just making yourself look stupid in that instance. Free dog. His name is Davidson, and great with other animals and children. He is an escape artist and going to get run over or shot by a neighbor where I live. Come get him, take him to the pound to get put down if he's not rehomed by end of this week. Please share. Translate, I am not fit to have this dog, and I have a very bad home that is not fit for a dog. That, and I also don't understand what the concept of training a dog is. You should not be allowed to have pets if this is your attitude towards them. Whoever was my awesome porch pirate in my location, that Amazon parcel you stole was for my mom, who just had her right hand amputated to stop the spread of her cancer. It is a can opener and bottle opener for people with one hand. She just got out from the hospital yesterday. It would be great to have that back. Don't worry about it. I think most porch pirates have the mental capacity of a walnut anyway, so honestly this will be way too specific for them to try to sell on Facebook Marketplace. Hopefully you get your stuff back. Eventually though, 22 predictably leaves Earth so Joe can continue living. It begs another question. Why does a dying black man have to help a white woman live? I have a hunch this last bit came from some doctor's personal experience. After he had told Insider the inspiration for Soul came after feeling a lack of satisfaction with the success of Inside Out. Okay, this is very, very obvious that whoever wrote this article did not see in the entirety of Soul, because it is, I don't even know this is really a spoiler part of the movie. There's a small section in the movie where 22 explains that she can literally make herself sound like anybody, even the main character himself. And honestly, I really liked Soul. It was a great movie, had fantastic music, and it portrayed a nice message that life really is worth living, even if it has its ups and downs. And this is honestly why whenever I look up movie reviews, I look up the audience score, not the critic score, because the audience score is going to be more so the crowd that actually watches the entirety of the movie. Because the main difference between those two critics is that the audience score is the people who paid to be there, and the critic score is the people who were paid to be there. If you have a Disney Plus subscription, I highly recommend it. Soul is a great movie, and honestly, the music is outstanding. And with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, see another video like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and start up one of them wholesome internet discussion, guys. Come on, it's 2021 already, let's keep this going. And if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.